Now, let us discuss more about concurrency and parallel execution. So, let me take the help of the main memory. Let me take the help of the main memory. You know that the memory is divided into two parts. One is instructions, second one is data. If CPU wants to execute a program, it is going to fetch the instructions one by one. And in order to execute each and every instruction, it requires data items to be fetched from the data memory. The instructions will be fetched from the instruction memory, and the data items will be collected from the data memory. Let us understand that all the instructions that are fetched by the CPU to execute a program will constitute something called an instruction stream. All the instructions that are fetched by the CPU to execute a program is going to constitute something called an instruction stream. And if you want to execute the instructions, you also do require the data operands must be fetched from the data memory, right? So the data items that are fetched by the CPU is going to constitute something called data stream. Okay. Now, let us understand again. The instructions which are fetched by the CPU to execute a program is going to constitute an instruction stream. And at the same time, if you want to execute the instructions, you also do require data operands. The data operands will be collected from the data memory, are going to constitute something called a data stream. Now, let me tell you, there are several categories in the CPU that is going to have this instruction stream and data stream. The first thing is called SISD. SISD system stands for single instruction stream and a single data stream. The CPU could fetch only one instruction stream at a time and one data stream at a time, which is called SISD system. The second thing is called SIMD, that is single instruction stream and multiple data stream. And the third one is called MISD. What is MISD? MISD stands for multiple instruction stream and a single data stream. And the fourth one is called MIMD, which means multiple instruction stream and multiple data stream. Let us understand how these things will work. Let us stay focused. Let us talk about SISD systems. In these SISD systems, as the name suggests, it is going to have a single instruction stream and a single data stream, which means that the CPU is absolutely incapable of parallel processing. This CPU cannot go for parallel processing. It is not possible because CPU just have one instruction stream and only one data stream to support. Okay, but there is something called SIMD stream, SIMD system. What is SIMD? Instruction stream that is fetched by the CPU is one, but there are multiple data streams fetched from the data memory. There are multiple data streams fetched from the data memory. Okay, let us say this is data stream 1, data stream 2, and data stream n. I fetch multiple data stream to support a single instruction stream. How this is going to speed up the performance of the system, let us understand. Okay, you know that the instruction memory is contiguous. What is contiguity? All the instructions are positioned one after another. But the data memory is not contiguous, right? That means that the data which is related to, even if it is a single program, the data will be arranged in the non-contiguous fashion. For an example, for the first instruction, the data element is available in the 450th location. For the second instruction, data may not be available in 451. For the second instruction, the data might be available in 550th location. So due to this, non-contiguity nature of the data memory, it is always better to have more data streams fetched at a time. Okay, because the instructions which are in the instruction stream may not have the data elements in a single data stream because of the non-contiguity nature. Instruction 1's data element may be present in data stream 1. Instructions 2's data element might be available in data stream 2. So for this reason, if we could fetch more data streams at a time, it always improves the performance of the system. So obviously SIMD systems are far more faster than SISD systems. When it comes to the MISD, let me tell you, there is no practical approach for MISD because MISD is not possible. That is, there will be multiple instruction streams. But only one data stream is needed to support all these multiple instruction streams. It is clearly evident that from the discussion what we had, it is not possible at all. A single data stream cannot support multiple instruction streams. A single data stream cannot support even a single instruction stream. How it can support multiple instruction streams? No. So MISD is not possible. Okay. In a single instruction stream, the instructions might not get their operands in a single data stream. How the instructions which are in the multiple instruction stream can get their data elements from the single data stream? Not at all possible, right? So this is only theoretical approach. There is no practical implementation purpose. There is no practical implementation history because it is not possible. MIMD meaning multiple instruction stream, multiple data streams, which is purely a multiprocessor concept. Which is purely a multiprocessor concept. Okay. Now, if you can have a look at this, which is not having any capabilities of parallel processing, SISD, right? So we need to consider SISD systems here. So we will have to take SISD systems and we need to increase the throughput in SISD systems because SISD systems doesn't have any parallel processing capabilities. But when it comes to SIMD, of course, it is faster than SISD. When it comes to MIMD, it is obviously faster than any other system because it's a multiprocessor system. Now, we will discuss about all these things here. We'll have to discuss about the pipelining, in which there are several pipelines. There is something called arithmetic pipeline, instruction pipeline, and RISC pipeline. We're going to discuss about all these things. Of course, the parallel processing can be classified. There is a hierarchy. The hierarchy is, first you talk about program level parallelism. All the programs are loaded parallelly in the main memory. They are getting executed. Task or procedure level. In a program, there will be several procedures. Okay. What if each of these procedures could execute in parallel? Okay. Inter-instruction level. Inter-instruction meaning, in a program, there are several instructions. What if we are able to execute all the instructions in parallel to each other? Final one is intra-instruction. Let us take an instruction. In this instruction, there are several operations. Let us say A plus B divided by C. This is an operation that is needed to be performed in this instruction, and this is another operation that is needed to be performed in this instruction. So here, the operations within the instructions can also be executed in parallel. So that is, programs are getting executed in parallel. The functions within the program, the procedures within the program can be executed in parallel. The instructions within a program can be executed in parallel. And the operations within an instruction can also be performed in parallel. So there is a proper hierarchy. We will talk about inter-instruction level and intra-instruction level in pipelining. Yeah, parallel processing, as I already told you, Mr. J.J. Flynn has suggested a few parallel processing concepts, that is SISD, SIMD, MISD, MIMD. These are the brainchilds of Mr. J.J. Flynn. Okay, the parallel processing is a brainchild concept of Flynn's, Dr. J.J. Flynn. You know that SISD, in SISD, we're going to implement pipeline to increase the speed up. In MISD, there is no existence because it is non-existent system, because MISD is not possible at all. SAMD, these are the somewhat superior systems than the desktops. These systems will be used in the institutions like DRDO and DRDL, in defense systems, and in the institutions which requires more computational capabilities at the same time, such as medical systems and advanced protection systems, all those things. MIMD is all about supercomputers, multi-process systems, and the supercomputers. Okay. Now, let us talk about pipelining. Let me give you some basic idea about the pipelining, because our duty is to increase the speed up, to increase the performance in SISD systems, because in SISD we have only one single instruction stream, one single data stream. What is this pipelining all about? Let us get into these details. What do you mean by pipelining?